The deadly devastation also wiped out villages in the hills of the Atlas Mountains in Morocco. Melchezedek Cadiz reports.
Search continues for Moroccan citizens still trapped under the rubble of a rare and powerful earthquake that hit the North African country just before midnight on Friday. The epicenter of the earthquake was located in the high Atlas Mountain range about 72 kilometers southwest of Marrakesh, a city of about 840,000 people. Residents in the city slept in the streets for the third straight night as people comforted each other while digging graves for the earthquake victims. International aid teams arrived in remote mountain towns hit hardest by the historic tremor, while foreign search and rescue teams are helping locate the missing. For decades, the affected area only experienced tremors lower than 6.0, hence making the 6.8 magnitude earthquake the biggest in more than 100 years, according to the U.S. Geological Survey. Flags were lowered as Morocco's King Mohammed VI ordered 3 days of national mourning starting on Sunday. Meanwhile, Kuwaiti banks donated $5 million to the Kuwaiti Banking Association to support aid and rebuilding efforts in Morocco. Reporting this has been Melchezedek Cadiz, SMNI News, Kuwait.
Chinese travelers planning to visit Thailand may no longer need to apply for a visa in the future after local lawmakers campaign to abolish the travel document. Chatmongkon Pisamay-Goson reports.
Newly appointed cabinet members in Thailand will hold their first meeting after their oath taking this week. The proposed visa-free policy for Chinese visitors will be high on the agenda in the upcoming meeting. Local officials consider the proposed visa-free policy for Chinese visitors an effective short-term tourism stimulus and testifies to the government's commitment to boosting tourism. Thailand prides itself among the top tourist destinations in the world, while tourism serves as one of the country's prime foreign exchange earners. If the proposed measure gets enough support, local officials plan to implement the proposed visa waiver for Chinese travelers on October 1, coinciding with a week-long celebration of China's National Day. Thailand's newly appointed Prime Minister, Sethar Thavisin, has promised to prioritize tourism as an economic growth driver. One of his first tasks as premier was to tour Phuket to get first-hand insights into the tourism situation. Chinese tourists comprise Phuket's largest group of foreign visitors, with 60,000 recorded traveling to the popular holiday destination last month. Thailand increased its target for international arrivals in 2023 to 30 million and aims to boost its tourism industry to nearly $100 billion in 2024. Besides China, Thailand also plans to ease its visa rules for travelers from India. The government also announced plans to allow international travelers to stay longer in the country to hit its tourism target next year. รายงานจากราชบุรี นายชันมงคล พิสมัย โกศล SMN News ประเทศไทย สวัสดีครับ
Japan and South Korea's top leaders agreed to deepen their bilateral ties. King Song reports.
Japanese Prime Minister Fumio Kishida and South Korean President Yoon Suk-yeol both agreed to keep working together to deepen the bilateral relations between Seoul and Tokyo. The two leaders made the statement on the sidelines of the recently concluded G20 summit in New Delhi, India. Kishida also reportedly told Yoon that Japan has hopes for South Korea to chair the trilateral talks with China this year. Meanwhile, officials of Japan, South Korea, and China will hold talks in Seoul on September 25th. South Korea has served as chairman of the trilateral framework since it was formed in 2020. But now officials said they will look into the possibility of holding a three-way summit between South Korea, Japan, and China, as the ties between Tokyo and Beijing have soured since the release of treated radioactive wastewater into the Pacific Ocean from the crippled Fukushima Daiichi nuclear power plant. Meanwhile, relations between Japan and South Korea have been improving. The Japanese government, the two countries' leaders, have so far held 6 bilateral talks in as many months. Solisobogo Kim Sang Imnida, SM9 News, South Korea.
The powerful earthquake that struck Morocco left rescuers racing to find people trapped under the rubble as the death toll rose to 2,500. Meanwhile, survivors are in need of food, water, and shelter due to the worsening conditions in the aftermath of the devastation. Kai Villan reports.
Rescuers spend their nights searching for survivors after a powerful earthquake struck Marrakech, Morocco last Friday night. Relief workers are also scrambling to reach severely damaged neighborhoods to provide aid. The magnitude 7 earthquake, the deadliest in Morocco in over 60 years, turned buildings to rubble, and survivors struggling to find shelter and what's left of their homes.
My house was here, but I don't see it now. It was destroyed by the earthquake. I came back to take some personal items, but I forgot where I was. I can't go back now, can't even walk. I fled at the right time before it was too late. Thank you so much for your kindness and your help.
The powerful earthquake struck at around 11:11 p.m. This is a tragedy and a natural catastrophe. Most of the people in the old city were sleeping at home. We woke up and fled to save ourselves. We were lucky to reach the street before the buildings collapsed. This house is now dangerous. It could collapse at any time. We lost the house, but we are alive. That's the most important thing. I hope the authorities will repair or rebuild all the damaged houses. Now my family must leave, but we have nowhere to go.
This is the strongest earthquake that rocked the city of Agadir, Morocco since 1960, wherein 12,000 to 15,000 people were killed. The Moroccan armed forces are also helping in search and rescue operations and have built a tent for survivors. The Moroccan government also said it accepts aid from countries and will coordinate with them if needed. World leaders, meanwhile, expressed their condolences and offered their solidarity to Morocco. Secretary General Antonio Guterres also said the United Nations stands ready to assist the Moroccan government in any way needed. Chinese President Xi Jinping also offered his condolences and expressed readiness to provide humanitarian aid to the said country. As the death toll continued to rise, the Moroccan government declared a 3-day national mourning, with King Mohammed VI offering a prayer for his country. He also gave instructions to continue field relief efforts and provide care to the victims. Kai Villan reporting, SM9 News.